Hi, welcome. I'm going to show you how to use Crystal Reports with Monarch BPM today. This is Glenn from Orchard eBusiness, and I'll just take you through a very simple process. We'll create one very quickly. We'll then expose that data to Crystal Reports, and we'll also show you how you can get bulk data from your processes into Crystal Reports as well. So for now, we'll start off making a simple process. What we're going to do is collect three values: the name, email, and which country that a person's from. Fairly straightforward. We'll at a start point, we'll ask for some data, and then we'll present that data as well. So you see all the actions here. So we'll display some information, add an endpoint. I'll just line these things up, make them look nice and pretty, space them, and I might use the Smart Connect as well. So in the ask for data, I'll just use the wizards. So I'll get user information, get details about the current user, and the display is a similar thing. It's more read-only. And there we have a very simple process. Let's save that to the runtime engine system. So we'll go ask for data. Actually, let's call that Crystal Demo 1, and we'll put that in the demonstration folder. So there we've got our process, and if we bring our process portal across, we can go to the demonstration. You can see Crystal Demo here, so we'll run that there. Here we are. So here we've got some information: name, email, country, Glenn, and Australia is the country. I'll continue that. Fairly simple process. Okay, so we've got the process there, and that's quite good. So the next step is to actually expose that to Crystal Report so we can use that data in our report. So the first step we do is we go to the Tools menu, and there's a Generate XSD Schema. So this is something that's required by Crystal Report so we can pass that data across. So I'll just generate that schema, and I might just create a folder somewhere. Just bear with me while I do that. And we'll call that the Crystal Demo 1. I'll just get rid of those spaces, and I'll copy that folder because I'm going to want to go back there later as well. So I'll hit save. So we've got the schema. Let me just open up Windows Explorer, and I'll navigate to that folder, and what you'll see is the schema file, which is an XSD schema compatible with Crystal Reports. That's what it looks like there. And you'll also see a file which has some example data. And these files are going to be used by Crystal Reports here. So I'll just open up Crystal Reports. I'm running Crystal Reports 2008 here, which is quite a popular version, and I'm just going to start a new report using the report wizard. Now from here, it's just a matter of creating a new connection. So that new connection will be a connection to that XML file that was generated. Here we go. Let's look down here. ADO.NET XML connectivity. So I'll specify the file path. I should have the select that XML file. and then just finish. So I've got access to that data, and then I move that over to the selected tables. I think that's pretty much the basics of it. And then you add the fields that you want to display. Let's just display name, email, and country. And if we wanted to group, maybe we could group by country if we really wanted to, but probably not for this one. For this style of report, it's just going to be displaying the information that's entered on a form. So I think that's okay for now. So let's choose a nice, pretty style. Let's do a corporate blue, perhaps, and finish the report. So it'll generate that wizard, and once we have that wizard there, you can see the data's here: name value, email value, country value. And that's fine. So let's save this report. So that's in the demonstration folder. Let's call it basic report 1. And there we go. We've got a crystal report that we can generate using the Monarch tool. So let's go back to Monarch. So we've got this data here, and if we wanted to generate a report based on an instance, say for example we have this ask for data, display information, maybe at the next step what we'd like to do is actually generate a crystal report. So type in crystal report there, add that in, and then just connect those items up. So for the crystal report, what I want to do is I'll basically open up a report file. Here's my actions. I'll load the process data from the current process and feed that into the crystal report, and then I will save the report as a PDF. And I think that's probably all we need to do. You can see that there's a few other things, like you could load XML specifically, you could save as a Word document, a HTML, or as an RTF as well. But I think basically this is all we need to do here. So let me go back to the folder there, go back to Monarch, select the report file, there we go, basic report 1, already there, and save the file just to a specific folder. I mean, you can customize this using process variables, but it gives you an idea. Example PDF. So we hit OK there, update the process, okay, if we go back, okay, so now we have the process updated to generate the crystal report. Let's go through that step again. So the name of the person, we'll just go Jane Harris, email jane@yahoo.com, country, and let's put that as something like the UK perhaps. So we'll hit continue there. We'll do the next step in the process, and then we'll create the crystal report, and we should be good to go. So the crystal report process takes a little bit longer than the others. Normally you'd use the queued action for something that takes a bit longer, but it gives you an idea. If I go back to this folder, you can see that I've got the example PDF there now. Let's open that up and take a look. There's the crystal report, Jane Harris, jane@yahoo.com, and the UK. So a fairly basic report, really. So that's good to know. Now the other aspect, what you might want to do with crystal reports, is the ability to display a list of data that you collected from the processes within your organization. Now before we had in Monarch BPM the report screen, but this is actually being deprecated in favor of using custom reporting using Crystal and soon to be SQL Server reporting services. So what we can do here is to expose the data from this particular report. We just go to the Tools menu, select Create View, and it will generate the code that will allow you to just basically query this process against the database if you need to. So if you are doing things like Crystal reports, it works out really well. So let me just go to the database here. So I'm running SQL Server 2008 R2. So now that SQL Server has appeared, I can basically create this view against the database. That'll be fine. I can then pop back to Crystal. Let's make a new report. Let's create one directly from the database. Let's have a look. So probably want to use ADO for the data source, and then we'll connect into the SQL Server. So let's find that. The server is my local server here. We use integrated security just for simplicity for this report. I've got a database here. Monarch BPM 4, I think it is. Yeah, Monarch 4. Hit next. I think that data connection is good. So let's expand that out. It should be in the views. Under Crystal Demo, we'll add that in. There's the table. Let's just add the name, email, and country. And let's group it by country, actually. Maybe. Oh no, should be right for that, I think. No, that's probably a decent one to use. I like the grey style as well. So we've got that report here, and it actually brings back all the data from the process. During one of the breaks I actually created another entry, so you can see 3 entries here. So fairly straightforward way of doing it. I'm no expert on Crystal reports. I'm just an expert on integration. So this is an example of how you can bring that data across. Because the data is in Crystal reports, you can essentially deal with the data in any way that you see fit. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the demonstration. If you have any questions, always willing to take some questions and feedback and inquiries at glenn@orchardbusiness.com. Many thanks.